Hey guys, hopefully you are all doing well. Prime Collections here. Well, as with the first day of the Funko Fair reveals, my wallet took a massive hit. And with day two, it was no different. Funko decided to unleash on so many cool different things, and I wanted to share those with you guys today. So let's not hesitate. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get into the world of Funko today. So right at the tip of this morning at about 8 o'clock, we got our first looks at what was going to be revealed today. And that was a massive Disney 100 line. I'm going to go through each one of these and kind of talk about them a little bit, but not try to stay on them too long because there is a lot to ingest here. So first of all, the first thing we had was we had a 3-pack of flocked aristocrats here from Walmart. This is all 3 of the kittens here in flocked variation. This is definitely one of the few things I did consider getting from Disney 100 this morning. I thought this piece was represented very well from the movie, and I thought that they did a really good job on this. Next up, there's like 5 different pops here, so we'll try not to stick on these too long. We have 2 Target exclusives. One is Snow White, and the other is Walt Disney with a younger version where he's holding Mickey Mouse and Dumbo. These are very cool. They're very, very representative of like the 1950s. I think that they've done this well in this like early stages of Walt Disney's life. We also got to look at Sleeping Beauty here. We got to look at Walt Disney, which is going to be a Funko Shop exclusive behind the camera. And we got a glow in the dark Mirabelle. The one thing I can say about Mirabelle is I wish that her candle wasn't the only thing glowing here, but I understand why they did it because that is a specific scene from that movie. The Walt Disney pops here are both well done. I think they've encompassed his life pretty well for the most part when they've done it in pop form over the last few that I've seen. And these two are no different. And Sleeping Beauty is always a welcome addition, a different pop form into the Disney 100 universe. With that being said, we've got another 6 here. We've got Cinderella, we've got Tiana, and we've got Elsa, and we also have diamond editions of each of these from different stores. We've got Cinderella, which is from Barnes & Noble, Tiana, which I believe is from Entertainment Earth or Box Lunch, I can't remember, and then Elsa, which is from, surprisingly, Party City. I don't think they needed to do the diamond versions of these, but I understand why they did it, because to have the different variations and to obviously make more money. Next up, we've got 2 things from Mary Poppins here, which I think are very iconic from that, but I don't understand why they didn't do all 4 of them because there was not only Mary Poppins, there was her bow, there was also the 2 kids as well. So why weren't the 2 kids included? Well, we have Mary Poppins, we have her, like I said, her boyfriend, I can't remember his name right now. He was the chimney sweep in the movie. They're both in the painting at this point in time, and they were riding upon the carousel, and these horses came to life and started riding throughout different scenes in the painting. So it's very cool to see. As you heard from Shelby in the back there, his name is Bert. So we got some clarification. Thank you, honey. And so, yeah, you got Bert and Mary Poppins here. Very cool to see this because these are older classic Disney movies. And these are things that I look for when I do collect Disney because I am a part of that first generation of those children's movies. We then got another die-cast piece here, and it's Mickey Mouse, and it has a chase variant, and with the die-cast pieces, it's always the same metallic chase variant, and it's a big letdown every time I see this, but if you like Mickey Mouse, this one is available over at the Funko Shop, so I will list a link for that, so you can go ahead and hit the notify me button for that. Next up, and this is definitely one of the standouts of this entire set, and that is we've got a Moana piece here. It's her when she's out on the boat in the movie, like I think for the first time, like exploring the seas, and she's going and trying to find she's going to find Maui, isn't she, honey?
What's that?
She's going to find Maui, isn't she?
Who?
Moana when she's out on the raft. Yeah, see, she's going to find Maui, and that's what they've kind of encompassed here. And I think that they've done a really good job on that. I think that they've definitely hit that out of the park, so that's very cool. And even more pop moments, as I said, we got a lot to talk about here today, guys. We've got Tiana and Naveen. We've got Carl and Ellie, and we have Rapunzel and Flynn. Out of these 3, the 2 that were definitely my top 2 of today's Disney reveals, we had Carl and Ellie and Flynn and Rapunzel. These were both done awesomely. Carl and Ellie is available over at Box Lunch, and Flynn and Rapunzel and Tiana and Naveen are going to be available at most retailers. I thought that these were all well done, but definitely the 2 that I mentioned really stood out, and I think that they did a great job on that. We also got a Lilo and Stitch exclusive from Books A Million. We got Ruben, who is that sidekick of the main bad guy in the Lilo and Stitch TV series. He's got a grilled cheese here. It's from Books A Million, so that's cool to see that. We also finally got the release of that Snow White poster. This has finally been released from Disney 100 line. This was kind of sneak previewed a couple weeks ago. To see this finally come out is very cool. And then finally rounding out the Disney 100 pieces, we have Walt Disney on an engine here, followed up by Mickey Mouse on his Steamboat Willie car. I've seen them do a lot of these like kind of train pieces, and I'm never too big of a fan of them because then you have to get all of them at that point in time, and that's the reason they do it, because they know if you get one, you're more than likely going to want to collect the other ones in that specific set. So that's kind of all the Disney 100 stuff that they released so far today, and it was crazy how much of it they did actually do. And for you Marvel collectors, we got a couple things from that universe as well. We got a Thor classic pop and pin here. I do like the look of this Thor. I do like it when they do this because I think that the characters feel more like they're from the comic books. And I think that they did a great job representing this here with this mold. We also got a Thor movie moment where it's Meek and it's Thor and he's basically talking and he's talking crap to I can't remember the gamer tag of the guy, but he's basically playing Fortnite. I think this is a little bit late on hitting upon that nostalgia because I think Avengers Endgame was now, we're looking at about 5 or 6 years old. So I understand why they did it because it's a classic moment, but I would have liked to see them do this maybe a little bit sooner when the movie dropped, because then they would have had probably much more success and people would have been a little bit more hyped about it. But that's just my personal opinion on this. We also got a full Groot wave here. And there's just a lot to ingest here. We've got a Hot Topic flocked one where he's holding a bag of chips. We've got a Funko Shop exclusive one. We've got a couple keychains. We've got a whole bunch of mystery minis here. It seems like we're going to have a 3-liter soda where he's like happy and invisible. And then like he's angry and he's in the morning in his pajamas. It seems like we're gonna have 6 different variations as well from different versions in his show. So it's interesting to see them do a full Groot line. But Groot is definitely a more popular character in the Marvel universe, so it makes sense why they're doing this. And then we also have another piece in that Build-A-Scene from from Captain America Civil War, and that is Black Widow. This is the 4th in that installment so far. So it'll be interesting to see if we get another one announced next week, as last week we had Black Panther. This week we have Black Widow. So it'll be interesting to see what is announced next week concerning this Build-A-Scene. And then we had a few different sodas announced today. We had Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreation. We had Batman, and this one's from like the 1950s, where this is like this soda specifically, this mold is meant to be representative of. We also got Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. We also were able to get Padme, which was announced as well. And I believe that's all the sodas that were announced so far today that I saw. None of these are immediately like I need to go out and grab, but it is very cool to see that they are still doing limited piece count sodas. I know a lot of people were saying that we weren't going to see any more limited piece count sodas, but if you look at these, they have 15,000, 15,000, and 12,500 respectively listed on the outside of the cans here. Then a couple things in the world of entertainment. We got a Jack in the Box Fluffy here. He's holding a Jack in the Box taco. He's then holding a bag of Jack in the Box tacos while representing a Jack in the Box t-shirt. This is kind of a cross branding piece. I don't know what to say about this because I love Fluffy, but I don't really love Jack in the Box too much. So this one's kind of a hit and a miss for me. It's a hit because it's a Gabriel Iglesias, but it's a miss because it's Jack in the Box. We also got a TLC album cover. It's from their Tip pop album here, and it's interesting to see them choosing to do TLC because they've done them as individual pieces, and I don't know if these were the exact molds used in that, but to see this here is very cool, and it'll be intriguing to see how large this is because I did see the one from Pearl Jam, and that one was pretty beefy. And then they decided to do us dirty. They decided it'd be a good idea to have one of the most astronomical announced waves of One Piece I've ever seen. There were so many different characters announced today, as well as a crap ton of chases. So let's talk about that. So first of all here, we've got Armored Luffy, which we've already talked about, where it's a Funko Shop exclusive, and the chase is a metallic version, looks great. But the other two that were announced today was we have Whitebeard and we have Goldie Roger. Now, with that being said, both of these chases are amazing. They're from when they're younger. Whitebeard is from Crunchyroll and GameStop, and Goldie Roger is going to be another Funko Shop exclusive. Both of these are going to be hot commodities. Everybody's going to want to own these chases, so it's no surprise that these are definitely going to be massively sought after. We then got Portgas the Ace with his wanted poster, which I thought was really cool, and this could be the beginning of those anime pieces that I talked about, maybe some manga covers. So this is very cool to see that. It's a very large piece, and I may get it because I don't have Portgas the Ace. We also got some mystery minis that were announced that are going to be Five Below exclusives. And then we've got a 4-pack here that's going to be exclusive to GameStop. It is Zoro, it is Luffy Taro, it is Jinbei, and it's Sabo, with Sabo being glow in the dark. This one I may get or may not get because I don't have any of these characters. So we'll end up seeing what ends up happening. We've got a Toy Stop collectible, which is Odin, which is pretty sick. I love the look of him. His hair, his swords, his outfit is all well represented. We got Big Mom here with her cohorts. That is a supersized 6-inch from Galactic Toys. We have Buggy, and I love Buggy because if you look, his stomach is actually cut in half, which is representative of his ability in the show. We then have a Snake Man Luffy, which the common looks exactly like this exclusive, except this exclusive is metallic from Funko Shop. And then the standout of all of these is the Zoro piece, where it's a glow-in-the-dark from Chalice, and they did such an amazing job on the glow of this. This is an awesome pop, and I think that they have made this so sick, and they did such a great job on this. Then we've got a specialty series, Big Mom as a kid, where she is happy and then angry, with the chase being the angry version. We then have Sanji, where we've got the regular version. Then we've got a clear translucent version that is a Chalice Collectibles chase. We then have Luffy's second gear, where I think this might be one of the laziest chases I've ever seen them do, and they've done this specifically for a cash grab, where they've legit just changed the color of his fist, and it's from Fundum.com. And then finally, the best chase out of all 4 of these, which is the limited glow chase of the Red Hawk Luffy, which is from AAA Anime exclusive, which you will be able to find at either Entertainment Earth or you will be able to find at For Your Entertainment. And then finally, rounding out the One Piece line, we have a common Snake Man Luffy, we have a common Zoro, we have a Hungry Big Mom Deluxe Pop. We have 2 keychains. We have a Jinbei with a chase where it's the gi's a little bit of a different color, and then we have a Kaido, which looks absolutely sick, phenomenal, crazy, whatever the heck you want to say. It looks so dang good. And it purposely feels like they've announced these 2 big anime waves over the last couple days or over the last 2 weeks. And I knew that, and that's probably why they separated them, because there was so much. So it'll be very intriguing to see all these pops when they go live. And for me personally, I only did get a few of these One Piece pieces because when you start getting your collection bigger and bigger, you have to choose what characters you want, what stuff you want, and how many of it you want, because that's how much your wallet can afford. And that's what I kind of did today with this One Piece line. And I can only get so many of these, but they are sick. And if you did pick up any of these yourself, which ones did you specifically go for? As I stated, guys, there's a lot to talk about today still. We have another couple things here. We had Wolverine as a comic cover that's going to be exclusive to Target. We also had another comic cover, which is going to be Hawkeye and Ant-Man. Out of these 2, I think Hawkeye is definitely the better of the bunch. I think it's better detail. I like the purple on it. But these 2 were announced today, as well as we got a few more sodas that were also announced towards the latter part of the day. And these are from What If specifically. We have a Loki soda where there is a glow in the dark. We have a Star-Lord T'Challa. We have a Supreme Strange that glows in the dark as a chase variant. We have a Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, and we have a Zombie Iron Man. These were all announced towards the latter part of the day. And rounding out our day, finally, hopefully the last release of the day, the last important one to me at least, we had the My Hero Academia Hideout Deluxe pieces announced. There's going to be 6 of these that end up connecting. That we've got Dobby that was shown off here. We've got Kurogiri, who is shown off here, and we've got 2 of their keychains. So it's interesting to see what other villains they'll add to this. This one is available over at Entertainment Earth and Chalice Collectibles for about $30 right now if you want to head over and get those. I'll make sure to list links of most of the major retailers who carry these pieces down below for you guys. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Wow, that was a lot to get through. I cannot believe the amount of stuff that Funko decided to give to us today to show off. It was a lot to talk about. There was a lot there for a lot of different collectors. Hopefully your wallets are not too empty, as mine is probably right now after today's announcements. Let me know in the comments below if there was anything that you had to absolutely pick up today. And I thank you so much for sticking around through the entirety of the video. I know it was a long one today. If you could do me two small favors before you go, if you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, I really truly appreciate that. And as always, I will catch you guys later.